Hello, this is Debbie Emerson, and welcome to the Healing Meditation for February 2025. And I'm recording this on the 14th, February 14th. So happy Valentine's Day to all of you who celebrate that. So the card I pulled this month is called Future Creating, and it's from the Jamye Price Cosmic Consciousness deck. I'm just going to pull that up here for a moment. Okay, so this is the card, and I think as I might have mentioned previously, this deck has four different categories. One is the Pleiades, one is Orion, one is is Sirius, and the other one's Lyra. So the whole grouping of the Pleiadian ones are all about expansion. And I just wanted to leave this card up for a minute or so and just let you absorb that light language, because the light language actually it emits energy. So all of those interesting symbols that Jamye channels, they emit the energy of this particular frequency and vibration. So you might just take a moment to just allow that energy to flow into you before I begin with the meditation. Now, if you haven't worked with me before, I did a really thorough walkthrough of all of the different steps and the tools that I used in the January 2025 recording. So if you feel like I get lost in this one, because each month I won't go into as much detail. So if you feel like you get lost in this one a little bit, just go back to the January one, and it'll give you more of a slow step-by-step process in terms of the the tools that I use. Okay, so I'm going to stop that share now. And the first thing I'd like you to do is just find yourself a nice, comfortable seat where you can sit with your back comfortably straight and your feet flat on the floor and arms uncrossed. I always like to just rest my palms a little bit up, rather than having them together. I just kind of set them on my lap like this, just so you don't close your hands. You just want that energy to be able to flow out of those palms as we get the energy going, because that's part of this style of meditation. It's really a self-healing, which is why I call it a healing meditation. And hopefully you're in a spot where you won't be disturbed for a few minutes. And to begin with, just go ahead and gently close your eyes. And as you do so, just begin to notice your breath. That thing we take for granted, that our body is just going to breathe on its own. We don't have to think about it. When we start to bring our attention back to the body and back to our breath, it just helps us to tune into our body. And there's that saying where our attention goes, energy flows. So as you bring your attention back to your body, you're going to bring more of you and your energy, more of your presence back to your body. So the body's always in present time. So if you get lost out there in the spirit world, you can always find your body, which we do every night. When we go to sleep, we leave our body, we go play on the astral, and we find our body in the morning, hopefully. Okay, so as you're breathing and noticing your body, just take a moment to send your body some love and appreciation. And thank your body for being this beautiful vehicle that you are able to experience this particular incarnation through. I like to think of it as my space vehicle, my spaceship. It allows me to experience space and time. Okay. And then just wherever you are in your body, wherever your attention is most focused in your body, just decide you're going to bring yourself up into the center of your head. And that space is right behind your eyes, between your ears. You might want to put your hands on your forehead and the back of your head, and maybe on your temples. And right where those lines intersect in the center of your head is where you want to be. It's about the same place as the pineal gland, and there's an energetic space there that is a great space to be because you can work from neutrality. It's like a sanctuary space. I always, oftentimes, when I'm doing this, I think of the old movie where I think it was Men in Black, where at the end of the movie they open up the guy's head or whatever, and there was these little guys inside. It's a long time ago, and I don't think I even saw the whole movie. But anyway, just imagine a little mini you in the center of your head. And go ahead and sit down and decide you're going to really own that space for yourself. And as a reminder, with all of these tools, if you don't feel like you can see, or if you don't think if you feel like you're not doing it right, you are. All this takes is intention. When we work with energy, it's just all about a thought and an intention. Energy follows our thoughts and our emotions. So just decide you're going to be in the center of your head, and you're there. And from the center of your head, just go ahead and be aware of that area near your tailbone, where your root chakra is. Just imagine some sort of image. I like to use a tree. You can imagine sitting on a big tree trunk. You can, that it's sawed off, so there's a nice flat place to sit. And as you sit on that tree trunk, that root chakra is going to connect to that tree trunk. And the tree trunk is going to extend all the way down into the center of the earth. And it's going to anchor all of those beautiful roots into the center of the earth. And as you anchor that image, whatever you're using, into the center of the earth, it's just going to begin to release all those things that aren't yours. And as you sit there with your eyes closed and your awareness in the center of your head, you probably will start to notice something. You might feel things moving downward. You might just feel a settling into your body. You might just feel a little bit relaxation. Whatever you feel, just go ahead and notice it. And then be aware of your feet and that little area in the arch of your foot. There's a chakra there. And you're going to request some beautiful earth energy to flow up into, excuse me, each of those feet chakras. And you might just ask that whatever color is most beneficial for you and your body right now, that will be the color that comes up. I'm seeing a kind of a cross between sapphire and sky blue for myself. And just bring that up into the arch of your foot, into that chakra. And from there, it's going to flow up through the center of your legs, where there's energy channels, earth energy channels. Goes up right through the center of your calf, behind your knee, up through your thigh. And then it connects into that root chakra. And as the energy fills up that root chakra, it's going to flow down that grounding cord. And it creates a nice circuit and a nice connection for your body. It also, as this energy is moving through those channels, it begins to clear out more and more of that energy that's not yours. And the next piece of this is we're going to say hello to the cosmic energy way out at the edge of the universe. There's a nice, beautiful source of cosmic energy. And again, just ask your body what color it would like. Mine's asking for a kind of a candy cane pink. And that's going to come in one nice, beautiful column. And it's going to come right into the back of the crown chakra. The crown chakra sits right about there, right where the baby's soft spot would be. So it's going to flow into the back of the crown chakra and down the back of the head in 4 channels. And then when it gets to that big vertebrae, cervical vertebrae 7, the back of your neck is going to split. So you're going to come down in 4 channels, and then it splits and goes on either side of the spine. Those channels flow down they connecting to that root chakra. And you're going to let about 10% of that cosmic energy go down the grounding cord. You're going to pick up about 10% of the earth energy, 10 to 15%. You can play around with that amount. And that mixture of cosmic and earth energy is going to flow up the front of the body on either side of the spine. So there's going to be one channel on either side of the spine. And each of the chakras along the center of the body have a connection to those front channels. So as the energy is flowing up those front channels, it flows into the chakra and it actually crosses. And then, so it makes a pattern like this. You don't have to worry about that. The energy just does what it does. And it took me a long time using these tools before I really noticed that the energy was flowing like that. And you probably recognize that symbol as the caduceus, the two snakes of the medical profession. So anyway, that energy flows up and out the crown. It also branches off from the throat chakra, goes underneath the shoulders, and then down through the center of the arms and out the hands. Okay, so I guess I'm kind of walking you through the tools a little bit, but so the next thing we're going to do once we have that earth and cosmic energy running and we're grounded, we're going to go ahead and just say hello to the center of our head again. And whenever you say hello, it just brings you back there. Or if you say hello to your grounding cord, it just kind of reestablishes that grounding cord. You say hello to the earth and cosmic energy running, it just reestablishes that flow of energy. Okay, so now I'd like you to notice your aura and just notice how big it is. We all kind of have a size or what am I trying to say? The aura changes all the time. We can make it bigger, we can bring it in. So, but oftentimes some people like to have their aura as big as a room they're in or bigger than that. Some people like to have their aura closer to them. Some people like to have their aura, I don't know, 18 inches away. So for now, just notice where your aura is and then just bring it in about 18 inches. And that's about arm's length away from your body, front, side, and back, also above your head and below your feet. So this big, beautiful egg shape that we call your aura is surrounding you. And then go ahead and just decide you're going to ground that aura into your grounding cord. So all of these tools are going to give you more and more tools to release energy, to release what's not you. What's your energy works in your body. What's not your energy creates blocks and just takes up space where if it wasn't there, you could have more of your own energy, your own creativity, your own information in your body. And that's the name of the game. So as we let go of what's not our energy and bring in more of our energy, more of who we are, we become more and more of who we really are. We're able to access more of that essence of who we are. Yes, we're all part of the oneness, but we're also this unique group of frequencies. And we've been experiencing in many, many different places and times as this particular group of frequencies, if that makes sense. Okay. So now that we have ourselves grounded, earth and cosmic energy running, we have our aura in around our body about 18 inches and grounded. Now what I'd like you to do is just, if you've created a separation protection rose in the past, take a look at it and thank it and just explode it and create a brand new separation protection rose right out on the outside edge of your aura and ground that protection rose. All right. And then go ahead and just be back there in the center of your head. And you might notice that the chair you're sitting in has some little buttons, or you might have a remote control. just go ahead and turn on that viewing screen. You might see it as a nice big TV screen. However you see it is fine. We see the way we see memories in our mind's eye. So don't get hung up on how you see. Just know that you do see. And remember, don't try so hard, no effort. So I'm going to walk through the information related to this card, future creating. And as I do so, it's just going to bring energy up, and we're going to go ahead and release that energy. So we have all these tools in place that we're releasing energy. So as energy gets pulled to the surface, or as pictures get lit up, is the term I'll use oftentimes, those things come to the surface to be released. And another tool we're going to use is creating and destroying roses. So go ahead and just put up a rose and this rose is going to be for any energy that comes up as I'm talking, even though a lot is getting released through the running energy and the grounding and so forth. This is just another layer that helps you to get to more and more and deeper layers with the rose tool. So just put that rose up there with the intention that any pictures that get lit up, any programming, anything that's not yours is going to go out into that rose. And then we will be exploding that rose in a moment here. So the phrase that comes along with this card is, my future is forming in my present moments. So just go ahead and let anything come up around that. Sometimes we might not like the idea that we're responsible for creating our future, creating what we have going on in our life now. So anything that comes up around that, you can let it fill up with that rose and explode it and create a new one. So the Pleiadians learned that when you are peaceful and creatively open, you are forming a future that reflects this empowerment. So let's create and destroy a few roses that might cause us to give up our power, to not be in that peaceful, creative, and open space. Because where the energy that we are creating from is the energy that our creations will come to us in. So we always get what we are creating, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. But if we're creating it from a kind of a angry or depressed place, we're going to get it in that space. So whatever that brings up for you, just create and destroy roses. So your ability to focus yourself into peace with your present will enhance your future creation. As you express yourself and your needs, you will find that your manifestations eventually begin to line up with your desires. So go ahead and create, destroy some roses for what's coming up for you. I know I have some of my pictures are like, yeah, right. You know, you can't really have what you want, and have amusement about whatever's coming up for you. So as you are peaceful in your powerful now, you are reforming the impact of a negative past. From this moment of peace, you are now attracting like energy that begins to build your future into an empowering and joyful experience. So again, let's take a moment to create and destroy roses for the energy that's ready to let go, energy that's coming up to be cleared. And remind yourself to breathe. Say hello to all of your tools, grounding, earth and cosmic energy, center of your head. Separation protection rose. So this card is reminding us to be aware of our emotional and mental state, for it has great influence on what we create in the future. Our emotional ease is allowing us to open to unforeseen solutions and begin to attract energy that matches your improved resonance. So this is reminding me of all of the Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks information, reaching for a better feeling, because the better we feel, the happier we are, the more joyful, the more peaceful, the more we line up and the more we're tapped in. What do they use? Tapped in, tuned in, tapped in, something like that. I don't remember exactly. Anyway, you're more connected to that your vortex. They call it your vortex. You're more connected to that source energy. So create and destroy roses for whatever is coming up for you around that. With your open emotional and mental state, not only are you enjoying life more, which is important, in each and every moment, but you're beginning to form a future that will benefit you and others in unimagined ways. So for years, quite a few years now, I've decided that, for when I was younger, I used to always ask, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? Well, I've decided my purpose is to have fun, to enjoy my life. So that's my purpose. So the light language is soothing your present moment so that your past is a powerful support and your future potentials are improved. It's releasing fear and trauma as it instills empowerment within. So again, take a moment to create and destroy some roses. For those pictures that are getting lit up, you might feel like little lights turning on. You might see like little lights turning on. Oftentimes that's the way those pictures look when they get lit up. And I just wanted to mention that I just call them, pictures getting lit up, but they're actually little holographic, like memory storage pictures. And so it's like, the only thing I can think to relate it to is like on Star Trek when they walk into the holodeck. And when you walk into this picture, it feels real. It feels like it's happening. And so that's how sometimes we can get stuck in the past. We can get stuck on these old pictures. We can get stuck on the old trauma. So create and destroy a few more roses for whatever energy you're letting go of now. And give yourself a couple of nice deep breaths. Say hello to your body. You change immediately. It takes a little while for your body to get used to the changes that you're making. So just reassure your body that you're taking good care of it. Okay, so just to wind it up here, kind of the synopsis here is know that all is well and continually changing. Improvement is available. Feel excited about your future. You are creating it now. Surround yourself with supportive people. Don't share your dreams with everyone yet. Kind of keep it to yourself. Okay, so again, create and destroy a few roses. Say hello to your earth and cosmic energy running, that grounding cord, the center of your head. All right, you did a great job here. Lots of energy. So now what I'd like you to do is fill up with your own energy. And the tool that I use for that is called a gold sun. So above your head, about arm's length, there's just a space that I call the gold sun space. And that gold sun is going to call back, magnetize your energy in a completely cleaned up form that's perfect for you. But just imagine that gold sun filling up with your energy. And it's like a balloon, and it'll just expand and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And I like to let it get about as big as my body. And then just let that gold sun begin to flow down. It's going to flow down into the top of your head, into that crown. It's going to flow down through all those chakras, down through the center of your body. It's just going to keep flowing in. And just notice how beautiful that feels. It's going to flow all the way into the most physical parts of your body, the parts that we can see and touch, all the way down to the cellular and the microscopic and the atomic levels. And then it's going to expand out around your body, filling up that whole aura, that whole energy bubble all around your body. So just take a moment to enjoy this process and take a moment to validate yourself for being the amazing creative being that you are. And just remind yourself that you're going to remind yourself more often how powerful and creative you are. I really love to focus on or, list either mentally. I think it's good to do it on paper too. All the things that you appreciate in your life, as well as all the things that you've accomplished. Oftentimes we think, I'm a loser, I haven't done anything. We look around and we think other people have done all these amazing things. But when you stop and think back, and the older you get, the more things you have to think about, it really, I think, is mind-boggling. All the things we've all done and accomplished and experienced. So that's your homework for this month, to appreciate yourself more, to love yourself more, to love yourself as much, at least, if not more, than others. And that doesn't mean to be self-centered or narcissistic. That just means that take care of yourself and you can take care of others. So I wish you a beautiful rest of February, a happy Valentine's Day, and I will see you next month. Take care.